I've actually been playing a pretty good amount of Cube Warlock recently, preparing for the post-nerf meta, and Possessed Lackey and Skull of the Minari are actually pretty cool cards, but it's kind of boring how one-dimensional they feel since in competitive Hearthstone, they only ever pull Doomguard or Voidlord, and in the case of Skull of the Minari, very often, even if you play it on like turn 5, you pull out two things and then it's just dead for the rest of the game, even if you hit like turn 20. So I wanted to play a bunch of demons so that doesn't happen, and I wanted to play some different demons so that it's not always so straightforward, oh, play Skull or Lackey, pull Doomguard or Voidlord. We've got some less played stuff in the deck. We've got a Lakari Fellhound, he's nice and big. Despicable Dreadlord is a great demon. Even got Illidan Stormrage and Jaraxxus. Because hey, either of those is pretty big if you pull it off of a recruit effect. And then because I've got all these random demons that might just clog up my hand if I don't pull the weapon, I thought Cruel the Unshackled would be a way that I could put them to use. So this turned into a Highlander deck. We've also got Kazakus, of course. And then I've got good Warlock cards like Blood Reaver Gul'dan, Siphon Soul, Spellstone, a couple board clears like Hellfire and Defile, some early game stuff to help keep me alive, Kobold Librarian, Mistress, Mortal Coil, Plated Beetle, Vulgar Homunculus. I've even got a Rummaging Kobold in case some cheeky guy tries to ooze my weapon, because the ooze is pretty important for this deck. I play like, I don't know, 15 demons or something ridiculous. I've also got a Crazed Alchemist and a Void Ripper in the deck. Void Ripper is of course a demon, not a great one to recruit, but it is still a demon. But these flipping effects are pretty cool if you landed on like Lakari Fellhound, or Void Ripper into a board of Voidwalkers, or even just on Jaraxxus, just get someone for 15 damage if you've got Jaraxxus on the board. Seems like it could be a pretty interesting combination of cards, and it might be an interesting way to use Possessed Lackey and Skull of the Minari, even if they're not consistently hitting something that's as high a power level as a more typical Control or Cube Warlock deck.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
Alright, I don't think I keep any of these. I might just hard mulligan for the weapon in this deck. I guess I'd probably keep the 1-drops if I picked them up. Defile's pretty good. I think Aggro Druid is more popular than Jade right now. Yep, aggro indeed. Okay, so next turn we can go... Well, we have a lot of options. Mistress tap, Shadow Bolt, Defile Mistress. Probably not Defile. Hellfire's a good pickup. Probably go tap Mistress here. Sometimes I can hit here, then he has two 1/3s, whatever he plays, and Hellfire just clears. Don't have Mark of the Lotus. Well, you're not cool, no one likes you. I can hit here and play Hellfire, it leaves him with two 2/1s, which usually get defiled, if not I just Dreadlord them. Let's just go for a Hellfire here. If he has more stuff plus another buff, I think I'm probably in trouble. But if he doesn't have that, maybe I'm okay. I guess if he does too much damage this turn, I can just play the Hooked Reaver. Okay, it looks like Dreadlord's actually really good here. Kills two of his dudes, and then it weakens the Cobalt Scalebane enough that it just trades with the Dreadlord. Does Defile or does Mortal Coil change anything? No, I don't think so. Dreadlord seems quite good. Okay, so I can go Coil Defile here. That's a clear. And then I can even play Stonehill Defender. So I think I like the look of that. Man, I hate not drawing cards when I play Mortal Coil, but I think it's worth it. Next turn I can go Vulgar Homunculus plus make this guy a 7/7. That seems good. If I was on 8 mana next turn, I probably would have taken the Lich King. But I really want to be able to play something. Could go for Shadow Bolt here instead of whatever I was planning to do. I guess I could go like Shadow Bolt plus Felguard, but I really want to get to 10 mana so I can just win the game. I guess I could, like, tap Homunculus Shadow Bolt. Let's just stick with this line of play, though. Puts a lot of stats on the board. And then the Shadow Bolt could maybe help kill a Hydra or another Scalebane or something. Something more threatening than a 3/3. Okay, or he just dies because I played a 4-mana 7/7 taunt.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Your soul shall be mine.
So I think he's more likely to be aggro than Jade or whatever else, but I just mulligan all these cards against every druid, so it doesn't really matter. So obviously at this point, the best draw in my deck is the weapon. Coin Blossom? Okay. So it looks like he has a slower druid. I think it's good for me that he's a slower druid. I have time to just draw a bunch of cards. Oh, I hit the skull. Nice. So the skull does mean that my Cruel is probably not going to be very good, but obviously if I'm just killing him with demons before turn 9, that's fine. I have 9 cards in hand, so if I tap, I do have to play a card here. Let's try to pick up some more demons to fuel this skull. Right now I only have 5 turns of fuel. And Defile's probably not a very good card in this matchup anyway. Okay. These guys are kind of beating me up, but as of this turn, I think things are about to change. And all of my demons that I can hit are pretty big. Although only 2 of them immediately do something. So if he just puts stats on the board, maybe he just kills me with swipe next turn or something. Might have to play like Stonehill Defender this turn just to be defensive. Or I can just hit one of the good demons. That works too. Let's play out the Dreadlord. I think it's nice to play a demon here, so I'm more likely to hit Voidlord. Which seems relevant because for some reason I'm actually dying here. And it lets me kill a slightly bigger guy. And if he ignores it, I can clear his board with Abyssal Enforcer or Hellfire. Okay. Well, Abyssal Enforcer is really good to play here.
There is a method to my madness. I am your master.
I think I'm gonna go for Hellfire Dark Pact here. If I just play the Abyssal Enforcer, he has no board, but I'm at 5 and he has a hero power that does 3, so I'm just dead to swipe. If I go Hellfire, I go to 5, and then Dark Pact puts me back up to 13. That's very safe. So make these hits. Pact the Doomguard because it's going to die to Hellfire anyway. And then I Hellfire, and these things die to the Dreadlord. Do I want to tap? I guess I probably should have thought about that, huh? Yeah, I should tap. Oh, that is really punishing. That should have been buffed off the Hellfire, but I'm a dumbass. I think I'm still in a good spot, though. Lunar Visions. Okay, well, he just spent his entire turn making a 2/2. Let's just go for Stonehill plus Hooked Reaver here. This is a demon. I actually don't really want to pull this compared to either of these. Maybe I'll just take the Mogushan Warden. I'm gonna ignore this guy. I can't see him being that big of a deal. Actually, I guess now he can Ultimate Infestation my 7/7, trading in the 2/1. Maybe I should have traded the 4/1 into that guy. The face damage is not very important right now. Yeah, I think trading 4/1 into the 2/2 was the play there. Alright, looks like a Plague maybe. Now a swipe, maybe? Okay.
Good demons are hard to find.
Got a nice Illidan. I guess I should tap. Man, I am not doing things in the right order this game. So obviously with 7 minions on the board, my weapon's not going to pull anything, and I do want it to pull out Voidlord. But I mean, surely he's going to trade a 1/5 into that 1/1 at the very least. There's also a pretty good chance he has a second swipe here, which actually kind of wrecks my board, but then I can play Bloodreaver Gul'dan if I want. It was also a little bit dangerous to tap there, because at 8 he can just like Ultimate Infestation into Ultimate Infestation and kill me. But I do have a Siphon Soul into Spellstone, so there's some amount of healing.
This one will prove very useful.
Did he just not trade a 1/5 into my 7/1? Because that's definitely incorrect. So let's go 7/1 in here. These guys in here. This guy goes face. And I think I'm just gonna Spellstone this guy. And play out the Lackey. The Lackey's starting to run low on demons. I guess I have like 5 in the deck still. Most of them kind of suck though. Hoping to hit Jiraxxus. Rip Illidan. Sick 4/4.
Good demons are hard to find.
Play Kazakus here. Take a nice playable 5 cost. Give my guys +4 health. Sure. And we'll take 7 armor. I don't really want or need to draw cards here. And obviously I don't want to AoE my own board. So let's get one of the last demons. Give it some health. Hit him in the face. Plague, sure. Stalls for a turn. Doesn't do anything to help him clear my board. Oh, okay. That does help him deal with my board. Gain 6 armor he clicked on.
You win. I can rest now.
Okay.
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
Well, I got the weapon. That's nice. Dude, I could just keep this. Coin this out, then I pull Jiraxxus, and then I can hit him for 15. Probably just want a better curve, though. I think I will keep the Flame Imp for turn 1. It does nicely against Mana Worm and any of the aggressive stuff he could be playing. I mean, I was hoping he just wouldn't have Mana Worm. But in the case that he does have it, it does okay against it. Hopefully no Frostbolt here. Okay. So it's just a trade. That's fine. Let's play this. Probably gets blown up. Didn't get blown up. So I guess that's a counter spell most likely, which means that the Skull's not coming down on turn 4, which is a bummer. But I do have the coin to play into it. Seems kind of silly to play the counterspell there when I have the coin in my hand. But he had the Lackey, he needed to buff the Mana Worm, so maybe he did. Stonehill's a nice play here, let's try to find a demon. Alright, we'll try again. Well, not next turn. Maybe next turn if it's counterspell on the coin. This guy's had a really bad opener for that deck. Counterspell? I guess I'll just take Psychotron because it's the cheapest, therefore the most playable. Also, Divine Shield's kinda good into explosive runes. If I understand correctly, it does 4 damage into the Divine Shield and then 2 to my face, so I still go to 3-4. Alright, let's try doing this weapon thing again. Kill off the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I have 2 really strong demons in my hand right now, so pulling either of them seems nice. Oh. That's a strong turn.
This one will prove very useful.
Well, I guess I'm playing a taunt here. Hopefully the Psychotron sets up for a nice Defile, but I'm not really sure that it will. Fireball face.
Good demons are hard to find.
So I can Defile here, this summons a 2/1, it procs the Defile. This dies, I trade here, he has 5 power on board. But this could be Counterspell. I could play this first to try to play around Counterspell. If I go for that line, I just lose to Counterspell. I don't think I can do anything that actually beats Counterspell. I guess I'm just hoping it's not Counterspell. Oh, it's actually not Counterspell. Okay. I could win from here. Face, obviously. That guy's not that good because I'm just going to send a 7/1 into it anyway. And it's not Counterspell, so I can Dark Pact back up to 12.
This one will prove very useful.
So if I just play Dark Pact, I go up to 12. I've already seen a Fireball, there's no way he can kill me on only 2 cards. But maybe I just want to go ahead and play Siphon Soul Dark Pact here anyway. It also makes an extra 2/1. Let's go Siphon Soul Dark Pact. And then Dreadlord killed 5/1. I think I'm actually gonna win this game. I'm guessing that Secret in play is an Ice Block, but I don't really care about Ice Block, I don't think. Wow.